Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Got some black silk coffee. Re-upped on my black silk coffee. Got some good rest last night. A pretty good feeling that it might be a slow day at work. Oh yeah, and I shaved my face. Good morning, yep. Oh my goodness. I look like a little kid, don't I? We got clean shaven Josh before GTA 6. Clean face. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi CFC, hi Lens, hi Christian Texan, hi Arfendo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is a good day. 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 I hope you're having a good morning and a day. Yeah, I look young. I've not gotten used to this yet. Extra Sigma. I mean, I'm not far from my early 20s, bro. I'm in my mid 20s. Good morning, Texan. Yes, this is my morning stream, and I like to keep it wholesome. So if there's any topics you want to talk about, go ahead. I wish Ian would get in here early enough, because Ian said he's got some topics that he wants to talk about. But he seems like he always joins late for these streams. So if there's any topics you'd like to speak about, suggest them, type them in the chat, and we can speak about them. I feel like somehow I look older and younger at the same time. I have a few topics in the eyes. Your face looks young, but yeah, I look tired, yeah, for sure. If dead inside was a person, I just woke up.
Episode of this podcast, I am Josh, also known as. I don't know, I feel pretty comfortable with it.
I'm not quite comfortable yet. I'll try not to be awkward.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of this podcast. I am Josh, also known as Jalen Dohundo, also known as Hunt. I don't know, I feel pretty comfortable with it.
How about religious topics? Okay, we can talk about religious topics. We can talk about religion. We'll just make religion one of the topics. I don't want to make anybody too disappointed. Ian, thank you. I'm glad you're here. Breaking addictions, faith, direction. Ooh, these are good. These are good. Ian, didn't you have some topics you wanted to talk about? Bro's gonna say, I forgot now. No. Reincarnated. I've been waiting for a while for Heinz topics. Ooh, that coffee's strong. That black silk coffee's strong. Breaking smoking addictions is one of them. Okay. I don't know about reincarnation, Arfindo. Yo, what's up, Kaz? All right. Today's topics: religion, breaking addiction, direction, faith. Oh my goodness, pray for Wisconsin. Bro, there's just wind here. Here it's like 40-mile-an-hour wind, which is very unusual. W soccer, I mean, I used to kind of think there was reincarnation when I was agnostic, but not anymore. But okay, y'all like these topics? The topics are in the poll. So the poll should have popped up. The topics on the poll: religion, breaking addiction, direction, faith. That's a very good point, Ian. I don't know where you got that from. That's a very good. Fasting for 13 hours after being full after 10 minutes is an example of how temporary the pleasure of the world is. Oh, we got a lot of addictions today. What? I still possess a few addictions. We'll talk about them. All right, Sam. So, does anybody have any addictions in the chat? This is a. I would like to say this is a safe place, but it's a bit dangerous of a place on the internet with random chats. So, if you feel like sharing, I try to keep this as a judgment-free zone. Morning, Adrian. Yes, I do. Sam. RN means right now. All right, so my addictions are nicotine vape. Nicotine vape is my main addiction. My other addictions, I would say coffee is a dependency. I would say, dirty videos is a dependency, not an addiction. I could go without it. And I've done it many times before. Nicotine is an addiction. It's like, my phone. Okay, yeah, my phone. It's pretty close to an addiction. My phone is pretty close to an addiction. Working out is pretty close to an addiction. Working out is pretty close to an addiction. You'd be surprised with caffeine. Oh yes, I know it's strong, but I wouldn't say I have an addiction to it. I don't like. I'm like I need it. yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm excited for it, and I enjoy it, and it's definitely part of my routine. But I don't feel like I need it. Yes, you're right, Dialogue Craft. You're right. You're right. We all have our addictions. We all have our vices. Um, that's what Arfindo's saying. We all have our vices. I try to be open and honest about mine. I think that's the first step into becoming better. I swear every second when I get angry. I swear a lot too. I don't know how if swear words are actually bad or not though. So how do we break those addictions? First step is awareness. You have to be aware of your addiction first. You have to be aware of your addiction first. And it's easy to block out in your brain. Like, I don't think my black coffee in the morning hurts me. I think it's pretty close to being good for me. So I'm not going to quit that. I think as long as you delay it a bit and do something with your natural energy first. Like I take a walk and I stretch and I drink water and electrolytes and I'm up for a little bit. Adrian, I would test out fasting. I think fasting helps you really appreciate your meal. Just fast for 12, 16, 24 hours, something like that. And you'll really understand the appreciation of your food. Christ can break addictions. Aren't we supposed to be talking about religion? We're talking about addictions, I guess. But I've broken a few addictions. I wouldn't say I was addicted to alcohol. I was dependent on alcohol when I went out with friends, when I hung out with people, and I was dependent on alcohol. And I broke that. Like, I don't depend on alcohol for anything now. What's up, Nugget? I'm talking about fast with purpose, Adrian, not just, randomly, like purposely fast. So, and can I see your ID, sir? And I had a marijuana addiction. And that was for years. That was for about 5 years. I was doing it all day, every day. Very rarely did you catch me, not under the influence of it, and I tried to quit a few times. Yes, facts, Nicholas. I tried to break it a few times. And I guess I just wasn't ready, and then, so I was moderating myself. I was just, at nighttime, when I get home, that's when I'm allowed to do it. And then I watched that turn into doing it during the day again, and I crashed out. And I crashed out on myself. I was so disappointed in myself. I was so mad at myself. I was so I couldn't believe it. So I decided I don't care, no matter what it takes, no matter what it does to me. I'm not doing it anymore. And I remember putting out a PSA on YouTube. I'm a little dramatic, you know. I put a little PSA on YouTube. Because day one knows I. Day one knows I. Good morning, boats. On my live stream, I was crashing out on everybody. I was being really mean. I was being angry. And so I stopped. And along the way, it became part of my identity. And along the way, it became part of my identity that, you know, I don't do that anymore. And I think that's the biggest, the biggest part of it is your identity, how you identify yourself. I identify myself as a former smoker, you know. I used to do that. I wouldn't tell you that I currently do that. I don't see that in my brain. Once you make that switch, like, it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier. It's a lot of bit easier because that's not you anymore. You don't see yourself as that anymore. That's the best way. Honestly, that's the way of breaking it is, you know, I don't do that anymore. That was fun, but I don't do that anymore. I'm better now without it. It's an identity change, and a lot of times you have to do things to make that identity change. Meditation, prayer, fasting. There's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different ways, but you just have to make those steps. You have to trial and error too. Some things are going to work, some things aren't. I still have a long ways to go. It's only the beginning. I still have a long ways to go. But in conclusion, you can break addictions when you truly want to. When you want to break the addiction, you can break it. You can break it, and it might be tough. You might go through rough patches. You might not understand. You might not recognize yourself. You might not. But you have to let your identity change. You have to let your identity be molded, beaten down, and reformed. In conclusion, when you want to change that, you can. It's not easy, but it can be done. And on to our next topic, religion. I know, DJ Reed. I know. I said bald, not no beard. It's not it yet. Next topic, religion. Anybody in the chat religious? We're going to keep it a safe zone. We're not going to judge each other for our religions and what we believe, right? So I need everybody in here. There's 17 people watching. I need 17 people watching to say safe zone. This is a safe zone. This is a judgment-free zone. Boats. We've had this conversation before. Boats. It's my morning stream. I was just talking about Christianity and Islam. I can't really see a difference. Bro, I had an Islamic friend in college who, bro, they were so similar. Okay. Good morning, Locklear. Bible says to not judge. I don't think us as humans are really supposed to judge. Good morning, Locklear. Today is a good day. Right, you spread the gospel. You spread your gospel. People choose to listen or not. I don't think we were put on here to judge. Today is a good day. I think we were put here to experience love and spread and share our messages. I don't think we were meant to we can judge sin, not outward appearance, and we have to judge ourselves before we judge our brother. I would basically, how I would basically say that, Nicholas, is replace every time you said judge with accept. We can accept sin, not outward appearance. Or we can accept sin and accept outward appearance. We have to accept ourselves before we can accept our brother. I don't think we're here to judge, to say this is bad, this is good. You know, this is, God created this. I accept it and I move on from it. There's a difference between true toxic judgment and tough love, which may come across as hate to those who has hardened hearts. Ike Shaw, this is my morning stream. I keep it wholesome. Please get on topic with us. We're talking about religion. Evil consists of pride, jealousy, and narcissism. So many people are proud for the wrong things, and that could make them a little evil. I like a lot the core concept practices of religion, but I don't believe human testimony is a reliable way of conveying miracles, so I'm not religious. Ike Shaw, bro, you got one more time. Well, I guess you had 0 more times, Ike Shaw. Hear no part in evil doing, rather expose them. That's interesting, though. Just gets complicated, Nicholas, you know? It just gets complicated. As humans, it gets complicated. I'll tell you my religious background. I grew up Christians are called to preach the gospel, and the truth does offend. And that's facts. I grew up very Christian. You know, part of the youth group, part of the Sunday school. My parents embedded me with a Christian background. I was in the Bible drill. I was like a leader of our youth group. I was saved and baptized at a young age. Then I ran from it around, like, I was a Southern Baptist, Nicholas, and yes, my parents are Christian. And then in college, I stopped going to church, and I haven't been back in a while. Now I would say I'm Christian. I would say I'm Christian. I would not say I'm a certain denomination of Christian. I would say I'm non-denominational, Nicholas. I would just say I'm a Christian, not a part of any organized religion. I guess Christianity is an organized religion, but not an organized denomination. And to be honest, I'm open to other religions because I mean, I've heard of speaking in tongues and stuff. Are we agnostics? I'm not really sure what that means. So surely with hardship comes ease. Surely with that hardship comes more ease. What does it take for someone to be Christian? How I was taught was the ABCs. You accept, believe, you admit, believe, and confess. You admit that you are a sinner and that you are not perfect, that you are flawed. You believe in the Lord, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. You believe in the Holy Trinity and that Jesus died for your sins, and then you confess with your mouth and ask Jesus to be in your life. Yeah, that's how I learned. Oh, I mean, trust me, Nicholas, I would say I'm well informed compared to the average person. Probably, maybe to the average Christian, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Of Bible education. I'm not a historian by any means, but I know a thing or two. I wonder if I can sing the whole book. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles. That's all the 1st and 2nd says are Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Song of Solomon. I don't remember the rest. For Christianity, can you pray without any setup? Can you just straight up pray? Bro, yes. You can just talk to the higher power, bro. You can just talk to our God, our Creator. I say that pretty often. I say when I talk to God, a lot of times I say Creator. Hello, Creator. My Creator. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Just talk to him. I think we assume that we're looking up, assume that we're talking up. I think we're talking in. I think we were made in God's image. It makes so much sense, man. It makes so much sense. God created us in His image, right? It's not physical. It's spiritual, it's mental, it's our image of God is God put a piece of himself in us. I think he also allowed the devil, it's the Garden of Eden, it's, Adam and Eve disobeying. He let the devil put a piece of himself in us. And now we get to choose between those actions. Lots of times we pick godly actions. Lots of times we pick devilish actions. Sometimes we play the middle and we don't really choose anything. Yes. That's got a name to it, Dave. I don't think you should ignore sin. I think you should accept it. I think you have to accept that you're a sinner first, right? You accept that you're a sinner. And then you try for change. JJ Jesus, I know you're probably trying to be funny. This is my morning stream. I keep it wholesome. You're welcome to stay as long as you don't do things like that. I guess you're not welcome to stay. Yes, you're still gonna sin, so you're gonna have to accept sin, one way or the other. You're gonna have to accept sin, and that's a risky, because just because you accept it doesn't mean you should. One, doesn't mean you should continue doing it, but two, doesn't mean that you should. Let me start that over. Just because you accept sin doesn't mean you should be okay with it. You should feel a way about it. Yes, you should feel a way about it. You should understand that what you're doing is wrong. And you should stop. Accept does not mean embrace. No. That's right. That's right, Christian Texan. Accept does not mean embrace. You can accept things, but not embrace them. That's a very good way to put it. Because it's going to happen. I mean, if you don't accept sin, one, you're probably going to start ignoring it. And you're also setting yourself up for failure. I mean, that's the Bible preaches to admit that I am a sinner, that I am not we're talking about not embracing sin, DJ Reek. I said, accept sin because you're going to accept your flaws, sins, right? Actions, ungodly actions. So say we'll use dirty videos, I can accept that that's wrong and that's bad and I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't embrace it, I shouldn't, be like, well, like, yes, I'm doing this. I'm a sinner and it's fine because I'm a sinner. It's more like, man, like, I accept that I do this and I've done this in my past. I'm going to make a change. When those ripple effects cause, we know one thing happens after another has the highest chance of sin occurrence. So you mean we should ignore the stuff? No. No, if you ignore it, it's just going to keep happening. If you ignore it, it's just going to keep happening. No. I don't think so, Arfindo. I've heard that too. Yeah, I'm Christian, Texan. I would basically say I'm Christian. Non-denominational Christian. I don't like to label myself though. Like, I don't like to put all these labels on religion, but um, that is an interesting one, Dave. Yes, I do believe in free will. You don't pray for God, you pray for calls. Interesting. I've never heard that. Different people will tell you different things, UPAD. Different people will tell you different things. I don't think so. I don't think so. I really, I think I'm not in a place to tell you. I don't think I'm in a position to tell you who's going to hell and who's going to heaven. From a Christian standpoint, if you've accepted the Lord into your life and confess with your tongue that He is Lord and that you are a sinner, that you're going to heaven. And that your actions don't determine you. But okay, great religious talk. Direction. This. So in hindsight, the ABCs. No, I don't, Dave. I think our Creator gave us free will. I think that's what makes it special. I think our Creator gave us free will. I think He watches and intervenes at times. But I think that predominantly He watches. The Cowboy Church. To be continued for sure. I think that God watches more than He intervenes. I think He definitely intervenes though. I think He created us as different denominations will tell you different things. UPAD. I think a lot of it goes over to personal belief and what you believe. You can read up and research and again, DJ Reek. Different religions believe in different things. Dave, I don't have all your answers, but I think the only way this world would be interesting to our Creator, the only reason He would be interested in it, is if He could watch us grow and develop instead of it being predetermined. But, I mean, there is a revelation part of the Bible that I don't know. But okay, I've got more topics. And I got about 10 minutes to talk about them. We'll go ahead and move on to faith, and then we'll do direction. Faith. This goes in with religion. Life is a lot easier if you believe in something. Life is a lot better if you believe in something. Life is a lot of mystery. Life is a lot of darkness. Life is a lot of walking. Oh my goodness. Life is a lot of walking through the darkness, right? You have to have faith, whether it's in religion, because in religion, you're not always going to get perfectly clear sign from God, angel comes down to tell you the way. You're not always going to get that. It's a lot of subtle things. It's a lot of things that you might have to understand that you're not always going to understand. That's where faith comes in. And that's where most people are uncomfortable, is they don't want to believe in something that's not clear, big sign that says, this is the way. You have to choose for yourself. And whether it's in religion, success, like your craft, for me, for example, when I started lifting weights, I had no idea what my body was going to look like. Especially because I dirty bulked first. I got fat. I did know that I was going to kind of get fat. But after that, I had no idea if I did well or not with a bulk. No, I don't do steroids. I had no idea if I did well with the bulk. So then, when I started cutting my calories and wanting to look good, not just be strong, I was moving in faith. I was moving in faith and hope that what I had underneath all this fat was good, and that I didn't have a messed up physique. So I just stuck to the plan. I just kept cutting my calories, and I looked up one day, and I looked good. And I enjoyed what I had done. And it was over about 10, 12, 13, 14 weeks. 16 weeks. It was about 16 weeks, about 4 or 5 months. See you, Dave. No, thanks for being here. I enjoyed it. You have to have faith in yourself to be successful. You do. To be successful, you have to have faith in yourself. To believe in religion, you have to have faith. To trust in someone else, to trust in a relationship partner, you have to have faith. Faith is a huge part of this. Faith is a huge part of this. It is. It's a huge part of this life, because life is not clear. Life is blurry. You're not always going to have the answers. You have to have faith and move on. And to sum it all up, you have to have faith. Life is not clear. You have to have faith, and you have to keep moving. That's my opinion on it. All right, my next topic, direction. I didn't have direction for a long time. I'm not sure why. I'm really not sure why. I think it's just because my body wasn't healthy. I don't know what you're talking about, Dave. I didn't have direction for a long time. Never even really thought about direction until I was like 17 or 18. And once I started thinking about it, I realized I didn't have it. Went through a bad times in college with drug abuse and partying and self destruction, basically. And then I started focusing within. I took an internal journey of self-improvement, and somewhere along the way, oh, I know what it was. I went to therapy for my mental health, and I learned mental health and physical health directly aligned. So the first probably 6 months, I was probably more like 8 months, I was testing that theory. I was like, I'm not doing pills and drugs for my mental health. I'm gonna do the natural way. And once I got about 8 months in of testing that theory, I cleaned my diet up finally and felt the effects of health. I didn't feel the effects of, it wasn't the effects of lifting weights. It wasn't the effects of getting strong. It was the effects of becoming healthy. And it was just exercise and diet. I had the exercise part down. I did not have the diet part down. I did not have the clean foods down. Once I combined those two, I found my message. I was like, you know what? Mental health and physical health do directly align. I'm living proof of it. That's my direction. That's my purpose. I'm a messenger. I say it almost every morning. I'm a messenger. And sometimes I'm a little uncomfortable with that. I feel corny. I feel cringe for promoting that so much. But I'm a messenger. And I've found a couple messages. One, I'm a verbal messenger. Two, I'm a physical messenger of the things that I do transpire into others. Especially with this fitness stuff, especially with working out. And I have to tame my ego often to not tell myself that I'm the reason that this person's working out. I'm the reason that this person's doing this. I'm the reason that, I did this. No, that's not what it's about. That person is the reason that they're doing it. Yourself, you are the reason that you're doing it. I definitely had inspirations to start this, but I made the decision. I'm the one that made the choice. It's an internal journey. I found my direction, my message. I'm a messenger, right? Mental health and physical health directly align. Helping yourself helps other. Exercise is the main driver. Exercise is it. It is the way. Listen to Temporary Home by Carrie Underwood, DJ Reed. This is our temporary home. It's not where I belong. Windows and rooms that I'm passing through. This is just a stop on the way to where I'm going. I'm not afraid because I know this is our temporary home. This is just a stop On the way to where I'm going, I'm not afraid because I know this is our temporary home. Facts, Sparkerlands, but okay. Focus on your own health and on the things that you can control internally. You will find purpose and direction as I did. And I've accepted that my purpose is to spread my messages. You can accept them if you want. You can accept them if you want. You can reject them if you want. But I will spread my messages. Mental health and physical health directly align. Helping yourself helps others. The best way to help somebody is show them that they can help themselves. What color is your parachute? Life's a free fall. What color is your parachute? What are the things that are keeping you from hitting the ground too fast and too hard and too recklessly? What are those things? Find those things. But I got to go to work. Thanks for being here. I will be back later today for a gym stream. For the new people here, all my streams don't look like this. These are my good streams. These are my good, wholesome streams. All my streams don't look like this. Appreciate you being here. Subscribe for more. See y'all.